Good evening, ladies. I really pray that this week of soaking in the love of Jesus as the foundational piece of healing ministry and really as the foundational piece of healthy living, I pray that you've begun to dwell in that love and to open yourself up to receiving that love and then to being a channel of that love as the Lord chooses to use you in the lives of others. And so tonight, rather than adding to the Bible study piece, I just wanted to share a pastoral word with you. And for those of you that don't have the book, I want to share something that Dr. Siemens shares in chapter 2. It's a little vignette from C.S. Lewis from the Chronicles of Narnia, the book called The Magician's Nephew. And it's a scene where this young boy named Diggory, who is not from Narnia, but he has come to Narnia, and he's heard that if he can just get a piece of the special fruit, the magic fruit in Narnia, that it will heal and that it will be a source of well-being to the person that eats it. And you see, Diggory's mother is very ill. And so he wants a piece of that to take back and make her better. But he has to have the king's permission. And the king of Narnia is, of course, Aslan the lion, who is a figure in that set of stories for Jesus the Christ. And when Diggory asks King Aslan for the fruit to take back and heal his mother, he's met with silence. And I would venture to say that in this group, there are those of us who have made requests for healing for ourselves, for others, that appear to have been met with silence. And at first, Diggory thinks that this silence is indifference, that Aslan just doesn't care. And so he comes a little bit closer and he asks again. And here's how C.S. Lewis describes what happens next. Up until then, Diggory had been looking at the lion's great front feet and the huge claws on them. Now, in his despair, he looked up at its face. What he saw surprised him as much as anything in his whole life. For that tawny face was bent down near his, and wonder of wonders, great shining tears stood in the lion's eyes. They were such big, bright tears compared with Diggory's own that for a moment he felt as if the lion must be really sorrier about his mother than he was himself. And that's the word that Scripture has for us tonight. Whatever tears we are crying over the silence, over the unhealed matter, whether it's in our hearts, in our bodies, or in someone else's heart or body. Jesus cares more than we could. The depth of our pain will never equal the depth of his pain as he contemplates brokenness and the distortion that sin and death have caused the human race. There's coming a day when we will look on his face and there will be no more tears, no more sorrow, no more sighing, no more sickness. But we're not there yet. and we live in the midst of the brokenness. And the word for us this evening is, however deeply we mourn that brokenness, it hurts the heart of God more deeply and more strongly even than it does ours. So I pray that you'll lean into the compassion of Jesus for yourself, and that you will lean into being an instrument of that compassion for others. God bless you.